Alright, hello everybody, welcome. My name is Conman. This is the first of what I hope to be a series of videos that I am calling Heroes of the Storm A to Z, Heroes A to Z, Hots A to Z, whatever you want to call it. So the whole premise of this is we're gonna take every hero from A to Z, so from Abathur all the way to Zul'jin. We're going to pop them into try mode, just kind of go a quick rundown of what their talents do and how they work, and then just play a game of Quickmatch and pick a build and go through it and see what we can do just to see how they play in action. So since it is the first video, well, just a quick background. The reason I'm doing this, recently, I play Heroes quite often. Recently, I got a friend of mine in play the game. This is just after the launch of Heroes 2.0. He came over from Overwatch. So while I have been playing since the very start, and I've had the luxury of seeing every one of these heroes kind of be released and learning them, as they were released, he hasn't. He's brand new. And, his first step into the game, and he's got, wow, man, there are 60-something heroes for him to check out, and it can be a bit overwhelming. And I'm sure he's not the only one who's in that boat. So first off, if you're listening, buddy, how you doing? I hope to play with you again soon. But otherwise, hopefully this is useful to him, useful to anyone else who's kind of in the same situation where you just, you don't necessarily need all the tips and tricks and the master level play or, the high level stuff, just kind of a rundown of like, what does this guy do, what can you do with them, how are they supposed to be played at the very least, kind of a rough draft kind of deal. And on that note, let's talk about who I am. My name is Conman, Con the Uber, as you can see here. I'm no master level player by any stretch of the imagination. As you can see, I'm Gold 2 in this season. I think last season I was Plat 2 or Plat 3, something like that. I think I did my placements this season and really haven't gone back much. So again, certainly no Grandmaster level play, no pro level HGC strats you're going to see right here. But I am a fan. I do play quite often, as you can see. Played at Quaid just a little bit. But I think that's what you need for this. That's what I'm going for. I'm going for this level, just someone who can teach and get a newbie into the game. Like, what does this hero do? How should I be playing them? What do I need to look out for? So also, interestingly enough, we're going to change. I know it says A to Z. We're going to swap up a little bit. We're going to start with Alarak. For two reasons. One, he's my favorite, and he's clearly my most played hero. As you can see from the list, he's got the highest level. I know Abathur is technically first, alphabetically, but he's also kind of a strange one, a bit of a specialist. So I do want to start with a more traditional, quote-unquote traditional, assassin hero, just to kind of get a rundown. And we'll go to Abathur with the next video once this is under the belt. So with that being said, let's find our Alarak and hop into try mode and see what he can do. Alarak, for those not familiar, is one of the major characters in the Protoss. It's the Protoss version of StarCraft 2. I haven't played StarCraft 2 in a bit, but that is where he is from. So he's got a couple interesting ideas. Let's set him up to level 20 just to start with.
Choose a talent.
There we go. So first off, let's go over his skills. He's got Discord Strike. So this shoots in kind of a triangle, like a wedge shape directly in front of you. Kind of like that. We're also going to toggle cooldowns. Kind of like this. So this does a large amount of damage. It also has the interesting ability. Let me walk over here to the dummy. Should have mounted first. I'm silly. So this does a pretty solid amount of damage. As you can see, that was 800 right there. 768.
The choice is clear.
Pretty solid amount of damage. It also silences people for 1.5 seconds, and that's his money maker, so to speak. You can pull people in, you can hit him with that, which is a large amount of damage, and it stops them from it silences them rather, which can stop them from getting away or casting spells or doing whatever it is that they need to do to attack you. His second ability is telekinesis. So what this does, this is kind of a vector move where you can click the button, put it down, and aim it. It doesn't matter how long or short you kind of make this arrow, it just kind of goes in the direction, but this will push or pull for that matter, whatever it is that you can do. So here's the dummy. Let's say I want to push this forward. Boom. If I want to push it to the side, push it to the other side. You know, you can do that. You can see even if I just hit it in the edge and move it a little bit, it pretty much still goes the full distance. So don't worry about how long or short that you make it.
I agree with this decision.
You can actually pull yourself too, kind of like that. One of the tricks with Alarak is to self-cast this. So use the Alt key and W, and you will move forward in whatever direction you are facing. So this is useful if you're trying to get out of the way. You're trying to run away. You need that little extra oomph. Trying to get out of the way of an enemy projectile, something that's about to hit you, and you just need to move. And that's a great way to do it. And the other thing is, I think the famous thing is the Alarak combo, where you kind of stand here, you move your W forward, and then immediately follow up with the Q. So you get somebody that comes in a range. Now, this is easy against a dummy, but in the heat of a battle, it can be a little bit tricky to hit, and it does have short range. See, like that, I missed my pull, and then I blew my cooldown on my Discord strike. So you got to be careful, but that is a good way. It warps back on me. Whoops. That's a good way to get some damage off. The other thing you can do is Lightning Surge. Now this is great because it's got a pretty decent range, and it's just point and click. You just point and click, point. And the other thing it does, it also heals you a little bit. So if I go and take some damage here from this camp, okay. So now I've got some damage. I hit a hero, bang. So one of the tricks to do with Alarak is just kind of keep your distance, and you poke the hero down continually on cooldown. You're going to want to hit that. This will keep you sustained. Will also do damage to the hero, and unless they can dive in on you and do some damage, ultimately you'll have a good chance of winning that. And then we have his trait. Now his trait is interesting here. Sadism, 100% more ability damage versus enemy heroes. So what you might do, you'll see that at level 20, this is doing a pretty solid chunk of damage to this thing, which is going to represent a hero. But if I do it to this, it's only 300 damage, 384. So get twice as much damage. And Alarak's talents, he has some talents that he'll go through, which will actually allow him to reduce this sadism by 10%. And in exchange, it increases the power of some of his abilities in some form. I don't know if I'm going to take any of those in my talent build, but the option is certainly there. Just for example, in his level 1 talent, I could reduce my sadism by 10%. So now you can see I'm doing less damage, but my telekinesis, has a little bit of extra push, extra oomph. Missed. Missed again.
Are absolute.
So it does push a little bit further. And the one other cool thing that's important to note about Alarak, he actually, unlike most heroes, he gets to take both of his ultimates. So if I go, let's pick some stuff here, doesn't matter what right now. So he has 2 ultimates. He has Deadly Charge and then Counter Strike. So you can take Deadly Charge at 10, although usually most people, and I probably will, take Counter Strike, which we'll talk about. Deadly Charge lets you charge up. If you take damage, this charge stops, and then once you release,
I will handle this.
You'll charge a full, pretty long range. You'll go over terrain on top of that and do a pretty solid amount of damage. So when you get to level 20, you get to actually take his other ult. So it's possible for Alarak to have both of his ultimates. And Counter Strike, and the reason Counter Strike is probably the go-to at level 10, it's got a very short cooldown, 30 seconds. What it does is it makes you, wherever you're aiming here, invulnerable and unstoppable actually for I think a half second, for about a second or so. And then if you take damage while in that state, you'll fire off that huge arc. Let's see if I can do it against this. I think I might need to do it against a hero, so let's go and find Arthas. Come on, Arthas, hit me. There we go. All right. So you see right there, he hit me while I was in that state. It just did a huge swath of damage. It's pretty powerful actually, because you can stop pretty much anything, any major damage coming your way. You know, on a pyroblast or a Nova triple tap or something like that you know it's coming. You use your counter strike. Not only do you stay protected and it absorbs all that damage, but if anyone's in your face, you'll fire up a huge arc and you can get some sneaky kills that way. Anyway, that's the quick rundown. Let's hop into try mode. We're gonna queue up for a quick match. We're gonna take my personal I should say go-to build here, and see what we can do. All right, quick match and ready up.
Finally.
Hopefully this is 45 seconds. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't take 4 years for it to pop. We'll see what we can get into a quick match. You know, we might get some crazy composition, but that's the beauty of quick match, isn't it? So while we wait for this to queue, let's talk about the talents that I intend to take, or maybe not. There we go. 15 seconds, and we're into the match. All right. Let's see what this team comp looks like. Alright, so we've got Valera, so we've got a Stealthy, Probius, which should be nice. It's good, that'll be good on Cursed Hollow. Got some objective lockdown if they can get there in time. It's good push. Lots of push, because we've got Sylvanas as well. And then Greymane. So we don't have the strongest front line in the world. But between Valera, Alarak, and Greymane, we do have a solid amount of damage and some push as well. So that could be interesting. If we get a curse, Sylvanas and Probius could really go to town on that. Against Jaina, Tychus, Greymane, another Greymane, Gazlo, so they have some counter push and as well as some zone potential. And the new hero, Genji, very mobile. So this is going to be an interesting game. This could potentially be a lot of deaths for both sides, depending on how it plays out. So the people I'm worried about, Greymane is definitely a threat to Alarak if he can get in my face. Also his cocktail build, throwing stuff around, can cause me some concern. Jaina, I'm not too worried about unless I stand in the cold. I can pull her in and do some damage to her and silence her, and that can cause her a lot of trouble. We're going to start off here. We're going to take Power Conduit. So what I do a lot is all about the poke.
The choice is clear.
All about the poke. Which means I got to run in, I got to wear people down with the Lightning Surge. And because of that, I want to make that as little mana as possible.
Yeah. We're starting this thing in 10 seconds.
So it looks like we've got both specialists going bottom.
2, 1.
Alright. Valera's going to head top. Greymane is going to hang out with me to start with, I guess, in mid, maybe? So we'll see how it goes. Oh, alright. Already we got 2 people. So I saw Greymane, I saw Tychus, and I saw Gazlo, so we're gonna watch out. I don't want to push in too far. I will definitely get picked off. I see Gazlo up there. Let's see if I can get. See, that's what you don't do. You not only missed the pull, but I missed with the Discord Strike. There we go. So that was a poke with the Lightning Surge. We followed up and killed Gazlo, and then we telekinesis out of his bomb. So that's didn't have to use the combo there to get the kill. Instead, use it defensively to get the heck out of dodge. So right now, I'm gonna hang out here. Gonna kill some minions, soak some XP. Wait for that guy to come back. Heal up a little bit off him. That was dumb of me. I'm gonna get killed. No, I'm not. Should have gotten killed. He probably could have grenaded me.
None shall usurp me.
Our allies in trouble.
Okay, Greymane is coming up to help. Thank you very much, sir. So this is the only time that I get worried about Greymane, when he puts in all of his turrets. That could be a little troublesome. See, there's the poke. Get a little bit of heal, do a little bit of damage, keep them out of range of me.
Oh, predictable. Yet
The
effective.
only problem is Gazlo can also zone me out, and that's no good either.
Pick a talent.
Crystal Aran.
Heroes, gather tribute and earn my favor.
All right.
So goes the chain of dissension.
We must retreat.
None shall usurp
So
me.
we're going to be in some trouble here.
So goes the chain of ascension.
All right, good job. They let us have it, so that's good for us. Go back mid. Hold out for 18 more seconds. Tap the well again.
Vengeance is mine.
Try me.
Hearthstone break.
Oblivion awaits. Only because
See, that's the beauty of Alarak here. So I was low, so just like that, I got a health globe and I got a couple of lightning surges. And I'm not back to full, but I'm certainly no longer in as dire straits as I was
my blade
a little while ago.
fine.
Wow, don't pull any punches or anything.
I'll see you soon, Liam.
Alright, Greymane says he will go top. So I will head back to middle.
Yet effective.
Also, level 4,
Gathers enough
what I
tribute
took
to
was
sustain.
double strike.
Awaits. Oh, the weak always fall. As I desire.
Ooh, that's not good. Oh,
Hey, remember when you died?
I got killed.
Oh, yeah, that just happened. Never mind. Oh, yup. There.
And they're not going to stand in that. Yeah, that was... that's unfortunate for us.
My vengeance will be denied no longer. Oh,
So I'm going to come back. I don't know how much I can do. I don't think I'm going to get there in time to stop it. Greymane missed his... There he goes. Greymane's going to get that kill. Good job. I'm going to see if I can pick this up. He's going to zone out for me. Thank you, sir.
My decrees are absolute.
Oh, and there I missed my damn pull. Ugh. So, not the best play mechanically,
My
unfortunately. Sorry, team.
decrees are absolute.
Ah. But we're still in good shape. We're just about even in levels, but we do have 2 tributes ahead.
As I desire.
Take that, Genji.
Oh, the weak
Oh,
always
you I want to stay away from for a little bit. I'll poke you with that though. So one of the things I took, you'll see it over here, I took Endless Energy. So what this will do is I can actually hit a hero.
As I desire.
So what I didn't mention in the try mode, Lightning Surge will actually go through everything and hit all the stuff in between where you fire and your target. So if I can hit heroes in between me and my target, so basically I hit a hero, 2 heroes in a line, or I can hit a minion and keep the hero in
The
between.
choice is clear.
That will reduce the cooldown of my Lightning Surge, which means more poke for me. Gonna go up. Alright, so here's where we're gonna get ready to do some Counter-Strike action.
My decrees are absolute.
Boom.
Oh, 2 for 1 sale.
Impressive work. Yup.
Vengeance is mine.
Let's keep him out of here.
Oh, Predictable, yet
There we go.
effective.
Good job.
My
An
favor is
expected
yours.
outcome.
Get dead. Thank you very much.
By the right of
That was just enough. I will have to Hearth here, however, even though we've got
more
the
pressing affairs deserve my attention.
even though we've got the curse. Go mid. Let's go.
As I desire.
That's a kill for
Oh,
Genji.
nice explosion.
We
I
did
give
get
it
a
an 8.
keep out of it, or a fort, I should say. We got 2 forts out of it. Let's see if we can make it 3 forts. That'll be a pretty solid curse for us.
Crystal fuck.
Right, just like that. So you pull him in, keep him in range, and then Greymane was able to get the other kill. Unfortunately, I don't have...
Don't forget to check the pockets. What?
Fine.
Killing spree.
Let the curse end until someone wins war once more.
I need to get out of that.
Admirable ferocity. My decrees are absolute.
So level 13, and again, I'll talk about the talents later, but at level 13, I took Pure Malice. Pure Malice does is actually increases my sadism bonus, and we talk about sadism, extra bonus ability damage against heroes. Every time one of my teammates gets killed, I get basically bonus damage, and that will stay alive until I get myself killed. So it could be a little situational. I think, you know, we got 9 deaths on our team already. I think since the team is dying just enough to make it worthwhile. I want to stay out of that. See, lots of heals there.
That's 3, 4.
My decrees.
You gave them what they deserved.
Mayhem.
So we got 4 down, and I'm suggesting we go for the boss. Probably after we kill this fort.
My blade seeks blood.
Way to go, guys.
Guess we're not going to go for the boss. That would have been nice. Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm going to head over. I would have liked to have done that a little bit sooner. Oh, I was hoping Probius was going to set up first.
Oblivion awaits.
I'm not the best one to tank this. I don't think any of us are really the best ones to tank this. Let's just be fair here. We're a bunch of squishies, but it's okay.
Take your talent.
Gather tribute or face my curse. The choice is simple.
As I desire.
Now you saw I actually took a talent to reduce the sadism. So I reduce my sadism by 10%, but it actually cuts the cooldown of telekinesis in, I think it's in half. But either way, I get to cast telekinesis more, which, as you can see so far, has been proven to be quite useful. And
My decrees.
so we're in good shape right here. 16 to 14. We're a talent tier up. They're going for boss. They're going to get it.
God, it's still squirming. Bro.
Oh, that's going to be unfortunate.
2 for 1 sale.
Alright, I'm going to get killed most likely.
My decrees.
Can we get him? Can we get him? We are going to get him. Okay, very good.
More pressing affairs deserve my attention.
So they got their boss. Just as I said we were doing well, they get their boss. We probably could have gone and checked that out. Our boss, however, with them dead, is still moving, and we get a keep out of it. Now, that's fantastic. I think our team has got our boss under lockdown.
God, that sucks.
I'm going to head over to the tribute. As you can see, Probius is up here. 2 of them that are alive are right hanging out. 1 of them is dead. I think we'll be in good shape to pick this up without too much risk. And Sylvanas is going to get there right before me, but I will come back her up. And we do. All right.
They flee before us.
Let's go
I agree with this
take this
decision.
here. Probius goes down, unfortunately. Although he was pushing fairly hard. Let's see what's going on. Nobody's at that camp. I'm going to go help out up here. Looks like Greymane. See if I can bait myself. Get Greymane to come out. Miss that. There we go. Come on. That was a nice attempt. Probably could have gotten the telekinesis pull a little bit, but that's okay. Oh, we're going to turn the heck around here. So that right there is a classic example of what you don't want to do. So that's part of the reasons why I'm still gold. I made a silly mistake. I tried to run in, wanted to get that little tower here. Pushed entirely too far, entirely unbacked up. I had Blur there, but I didn't have the rest of my team, and I got caught out for it. Blew my cooldown, got caught out for it. Don't do that. Don't do that. That was a dumb, and I should have done it. Quite simply. So it's okay if they get this tribute. This will only be their first tribute the entire game, so I'm not too worried about that. We're still 2 levels up. We're at their core. Look at that Sylvanas push going to town over here. Eventually, someone will have to back off and defend, and they do. Sylvanas gets killed for it, which, yeah, it's just exactly that. So now we get into the territory where we're gonna be too aggressive,
Disagreeable. Do not fail me.
and we're gonna let them catch up. Not so great.
Oh, predictable yet effective.
Considering it's only Probius and I alive, I think we're gonna go and take this camp here.
Usurp me.
Going to miss all the things because I'm playing silly.
The choice is simple.
Alright. So now Greymane is up. We've got our Bruisers pushing. You see Gazlo's low, Genji is low, Greymane is up there. Nobody is quite near the tribute yet except for Tychus.
My decrees are absolute.
So they're coming after me, which, I mean, I'm okay with this.
Yep. They're dead.
I'm okay with this.
I agree with this decision. None shall usurp me.
We're going to be in some trouble in a second. That is why Counter-Strike is great.
I will never
As
stop
I
fighting.
desire.
Never.
Pick a talent.
I must leave.
Now we're going to get Deadly Charge. Now hopefully, the idea here with Deadly Charge, get to run in, make some big moves. You can charge into a group of enemies, immediately Counter-Strike, fire off your Discord Strike, cause a whole ton of havoc. Or you could also just charge it to die. Hopefully I will do the former and not the latter.
Gather tribute or face my curse.
Alright,
So goes
The choice.
now here is where we're going to need some help. I'm going to hang out over here. I don't know where the enemy team is. I assume the enemy team is close enough to cause some trouble. And they are. There's Genji. Let's get a poke in the face. So now we've got some backup at least a
As
little
I
bit.
desire.
Alright, so you know Gazlo's nearby. Stay out of that.
Crystal.
Alright, here comes Valera. Now here is we wait for the rest of the team to show up. Miss all the things. Good job, me.
So goes the chain of ascension.
Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do one of these. Let's see what we can do.
Meet my blade.
Wow. All ain't punches or anything. Oh, you're dead.
Shoot.
You'll get over it.
So I charged in. I missed them.
My curse upon you.
Some of them. So our Sylvanas seems to be pushing pretty hard. Could have used her in the fight there. Valera looks like she's going to get away. We are in some trouble, though, because they've got the curse going on for another 44 seconds. They'll probably... We're not going to lose here, I don't think. But they are going to take down some towers. Sylvanas may get herself killed, and that would be not so great. Sure, right? I think she'll make it. Okay, cool. I think we're still in good shape. We do have to watch out for a boss push, though. So they have 4 people up, although none of them seem to be near a boss.
Oh, you just lost the fort.
There goes the first fort. Let's come over here, help out Valera. Genji's gonna get away, which is what we'd expect. They got
Enough.
a merc
The
camp.
curse is over. I hope you made the most of it.
So we're coming up on 30 minutes on this video already. So
I agree with this decision.
18 minutes into the game. So now it's 20 to 21, 21. We're gonna... They've now caught up. Everyone's got all the talents they have. They may be going for the boss, which would make sense, all things considered. Let's see what's going on. Valeria's gonna get eyes on them. They're gonna get it before we can get here, and that is unfortunate. Yep, there they go. Okay.
Oh, 2-for-1 sale.
Not half bad.
As I desire.
Ooh, that's a lot of rubber. Don't forget to check the
Oh,
pockets.
all right, nice.
What?
A clean kill. Keep at it.
Let's get some core. Core. Let's do the core. It's 5-on-3. Let's go. I would love to kill the core.
My decrees are absolute. Vengeance is mine.
Man, we can be in the game. So we'll talk about this afterwards.
Take down their core and end this. Mine.
Get killed. No, he's not, and I'm gonna get killed for it.
Vengeance is mine. So good.
And we somehow still managed to pull it off. Alright, well, good game. So that was a victory.
Victory.
So, a couple things I'm going to bring up. I think at the end there, it was 5-on-3.
MVP.
We were right up there. We could have pushed. Look at that, even MVP. So, hot damn. Good first video, right? We could have pushed. I'm going to give Greymane some love because he helped me out early in that. So he went to go defend the boss. We pretty much had a win condition. We almost blew it at the end there because we kind of got picked off a little bit. Could have used Greymane to help out, but not a big deal. That's kind of what happens at these levels. Sometimes people don't realize when you know, they've got the foot on their throat and they can just close it out. Love Alarak. We're gonna give all the stars. I like it. All right, so let's talk about the talents. So. Level 1, Power Conduit, like I said, reduces the mana cost of Lightning Surge by 10. So, more Pew Pew, more QQ, or the way around. Either way, I like it. Cast Mana Surge as often as possible. Get some healing, get some poke, keep people, you know, keep people aware. Double Cross at level 4. Increases the range of Discord Strike by 25%. Also hits an aligned perpendicular. So you notice I did miss a couple of my Discord Strikes, which is, you know, boo on me. But in order to compensate for that and just to, you know, have a better luck at that, Discord Strike does increase a little bit of damage. It also shoots off at a side, kind of like, you know, that Star Wars lightsaber, so to speak. So increases the area where you can hit with Discord Strike. You know, if I get a little more pinpoint with my Discord Strike, maybe I pick a different talent, but, you know, knowing who I am, I don't, and I go with this. This is usually my go-to right now. Alright, level 3, this is a quest talent, level 7 I should say. This is a quest talent. I don't think I completed this quest talent, so again, boo on me. But I take Endless Energy. So heroes hit between Alarak and his victim permanently decrease the cooldown of Lightning Surge by 2 seconds, or 0.2 seconds, up to 2 seconds. So as I was starting to say earlier, if you've got a hero, if you have, you know, hit 2 heroes in a line, or you hit a minion behind the enemy hero and hit that hero, that counts for the quest. Again, knocks Lightning Surge down by 2 seconds, and it kind of synergizes here with the less mana, so you get more healing, you get more, you know, more poke, all the good things. Counter-Strike, you saw that in action a couple times. I definitely got a couple of kills, or a couple of near kills, because of Counter-Strike, which came in handy pretty well. I wish it wasn't such an important talent to take at level 10, because I really do love Deadly Charge, but Counter-Strike's almost the mandatory pick at 10 to take that first, just because it saves yourself in so many different ways. It does so much damage. It's just a quick way to turn around a fight that is not going in your favor. 13 took Pure Malice. As you can see, enemy team got 22 kills, so this fed into Pure Malice pretty quickly, or pretty well, I should say. Even though I did die a couple of times, my team, unfortunately, got themselves killed a bunch, and it was that kind of game, you know, with a lot of DPS there, and so it stacked up into that pretty well, which makes all of these things do more damage. So A+ there. So here I took actually Quick Mind. Reduce that sadism bonus by 10%. I was banking on this, stacking it back up pretty quickly, and then it reduces the cooldown of telekinesis by 6 seconds. So more pull. Even if I wasn't pulling people into a combo, I can push them away. I can push myself forward. I think I did a lot in this game of pulling people back into Greymane or into Valera, just keeping them in range of my team to get off that last kill. Finally, Deadly Charge. I think you saw that in action once, not twice. I only did it well once, but either way, you channel up. You run through, you do a pretty solid chunk of damage to anybody that you hit, but it's a great way to close a gap. Maybe you can get away if you've got some time. It will cross over to terrain. So anyway, we're coming up here in almost 35-40 minutes here of video time. So that was thankfully a win. Look at that. I also did a whole bunch of XP, so yay on me. How are we doing stats-wise? Did the most hero damage by a pretty wide margin, so that was great. Love the enemy team for standing in all the things. Sylvanas did all the push, as we were talking about. Lots of siege damage, though. Overall, it wasn't a bad game. I definitely could have played better. Made a couple mistakes that I pointed out. But thank you very much. If you're still here watching this, thank you for checking out the first video of Heroes A to Z. I think we're gonna go back to we're gonna stick with the A's and go back in the next video into Abathur, something a little unconventional. Did want to show you that first one first, and then we'll just go down the line. Let me know what you think. You know, post some stuff in the comments. Call me a noob. Talk some smack. I'll probably put this talent build up on Heroes Hearth. Put this talent build here up on Heroes Hearth so you can see what I did, and like I said, you can tell me why I don't play as well as I should. Whatever it is, it's all good. I probably deserve it. But for anyone who's checking it out for the first time, hopefully it was educational in some way, and you can kind of take a look at Alarak. I don't think a lot of people play him all that much, but he's my favorite. Anyway, thanks very much. Take it easy. Bye-bye.